Hello everyone and welcome back to my remastered weapon guide series for Black Ops 1. I'm taking a fresh look at the popular weapons from this game since it was made backward compatible on the Xbox One recently. I've already featured the classics from this game such as the FAMAS, Commando and AK-74U. In this episode I'll be taking a look at the AUG and see how this weapon compares. So the AUG, or AUG as it was often named, is one of the underdog assault rifles that's unlocked at level 26 at the cost of 2,000 COD points. This weapon wasn't excessively used compared to the FAMAS, but it's pretty much a clone, as we'll see when we look at its stats. Comparing the FAMAS to the AUG is like comparing Ken to Ryu. Which one is best depends on whether you're a Hadouken or Shoryuken kind of guy. But let's crack on and take a look at the facts and figures behind the AUG and see where it differs to those of the FAMAS. So first up, damage is identical between the two. 35 to 25 is the profile, which equates to you needing between 3 and 4 shots to kill. These slightly lower figures than the usual 40-30 that the higher power assault rifles use doesn't really make much of a difference except for the inability to secure kills with less hits if you land a headshot up close. Rate of fire is 937 rounds per minute, matching the FAMAS as the only two assault rifles that can manage this figure. This makes the weapon extremely good up close, in that you can secure those 3 shots to kill much faster than any of the other fully auto assault rifles. Range is the same across the board for the ARs, 3 shot kills will be possible up to 37.5 meters. Black Ops 1 has a lot of similarities with its iron sights, with this particular model of sight being attached to many of the in-game weapons. It's very similar to the FAMAS in appearance, so there's no difference between the guns so far, except that the FAMAS is unlocked earlier. Things do start to differentiate slightly with the recoil. The FAMAS had quite a heavy upwards to right recoil spread, whereas the AUG has slightly higher recoil values, but the spread between the upwards left and right directions, so the shots stay fairly close to the target as it bounces around. Which one you prefer is personal preference. It's a choice between a strong kick in a guaranteed direction or less predictable deviation that stays closer to the centre overall. Another slight difference between the FAMAS and AUG is their reload times. 2.6 seconds for a partial reload and 3 seconds for a full mag swap and recharge are the figures for the AUG, whereas the FAMAS clocks in at 2.5 and 3.3 seconds. There's only a difference of milliseconds, but the FAMAS is a tad slower overall, although it's not really worth factoring in considering that the reload cancel technique will strip these times back anyway. Magazine size is the usual 30 rounds, extendable to 45 rounds with extended mags, which is not only identical to the FAMAS, but to all the fully auto assault rifles, apart from the Galil, which I'll be covering next time. So the key difference between the AUG and FAMAS is the recoil profile. Back before the FAMAS was patched, it possibly had the edge, but now it's pretty much an even choice between them, which is why, just like the FAMAS, I've given the AUG a 5-star rating. In my FAMAS guide I gave that weapon the title of Fantastic, so it's only fair that the AUG, or AUG, is given the same treatment, with the title Awesome. So head back and check out my FAMAS weapon guide way back at the start of this short remastered weapon guide series if you want to catch up with all the videos so far. Let me know down in the comments which weapon you prefer out of the FAMAS and AUG. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching and I'll catch you all later.